You can feel it, can't you? That soft electric hum underneath your thoughts. Something has been calling you, quietly, persistently, from the edge of your awareness. It's not loud, not dramatic. It feels like gravity, like destiny tugging gently at the corners of your everyday life. You wake up, check your phone, move through the day, but there's a sense of waiting that lingers behind everything. You don't know what for, and yet, deep inside, you do. You sense that the waiting is not empty, it's charged. Something is forming, unseen but undeniable. You've been asking for a sign, a confirmation that what you've been visualizing, praying for, or quietly expecting isn't just wishful thinking. And somehow, this message found you at the exact moment you needed it most. It's no coincidence. In spiritual truth, there are no coincidences. Every meeting, every delay, every spark of curiosity is a thread in a divine pattern that leads you exactly where you're meant to be. You've already begun the process of manifestation. The moment you desired something with emotion, with longing that touched your soul, the universe started rearranging itself. But before it can arrive, it must prepare you. And preparation often feels like silence. That silence you've been feeling? It isn't absence, it's alignment. It's the pause before music. It's the still air before the storm that changes everything. Right now, invisible forces are organizing opportunities, people, and timing in ways your conscious mind could never calculate. It's all happening beneath the surface, like roots spreading in the dark, building strength before the bloom. But the sign, your sign, comes at the tipping point. It appears when the universe is seconds away from delivering what you've been calling in. It shows up to confirm that the gate is about to open. So listen carefully to the next 40 minutes, because by the end of this journey, you'll recognize the signal that announces your breakthrough. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. Take a slow breath. Inhale belief. Exhale doubt. For the next few moments, let the words sink deeper than logic. Let them speak to the part of you that already knows this truth. You're closer than you think. Much closer. Every second you listen, your awareness aligns more with the reality that's waiting to emerge, because the divine doesn't shout. It whispers through intuition, repetition, and emotion. And right now, it's whispering through this message. Prepare yourself. Your jackpot is near. Stay with this knowing. Let it settle into your heartbeat, because soon the silence will break and the first sign will reveal itself. You've felt it before, that strange moment when everything feels unusually quiet, not just around you, but inside you. It's as if life itself takes a breath and waits. This isn't emptiness, it's the whisper before the sign. When the universe is preparing to reveal something powerful, it doesn't rush, it slows down. It clears space in your mind, your emotions, even your schedule. The people who drift away, the projects that pause, the silence that stretches across your days, they aren't punishment. They are preparation. You might have mistaken this stillness for delay. You might have thought nothing was happening. But behind the quiet surface, every element of your desire was being aligned with precision, like stars shifting into perfect symmetry before dawn. You see, divine timing isn't measured by clocks, it's measured by readiness. The universe doesn't send the sign when you want it, it sends it when you're ready to recognize it. That readiness doesn't come from effort, it comes from surrender. It's the moment you stop trying to force outcomes and finally allow what's already yours to reach you. Listen closely. This is how the whisper feels. You'll catch yourself thinking of something or someone for no reason. You'll notice a number repeating everywhere, on receipts, on clocks, on screens. You'll hear words in a song that describe exactly what you've been feeling. It's subtle, but it feels magnetic. It stays with you, echoing softly in your awareness. And then you'll feel it, a small, unmistakable surge of recognition, a gentle knowing that says, this means something. That's the whisper, That's the sign beginning to speak. Don't analyze it. Don't rush to decode it. Simply acknowledge it. When you acknowledge the whisper, you amplify it. When you trust it, you invite it to grow louder, clearer, stronger. In that moment, something deep within you awakens, a sense that you're not chasing blessings anymore, they're chasing you. That's the shift that changes everything. The divine doesn't test your faith by taking things away. It tests your faith by making you wait in peace. Because patience isn't passive, it's magnetic. When you can wait with calm certainty, you radiate a signal that says, I already have it. And the universe mirrors that truth right back to you. So tonight, as you rest, let this whisper become your prayer. I am ready. I trust divine timing. I receive with gratitude. Repeat it slowly. Each word reprograms your reality. Each breath opens the next door. Soon, very soon, this whisper will turn into evidence. The sign will appear in a way you cannot miss. A message, a moment, a coincidence so specific that it will make you pause and smile. And when that happens, you'll remember this moment, the quiet before the proof, the breath before the manifestation. That's how divine energy moves. It starts as a whisper, becomes a sign, and ends as a miracle. Stay alert, because the sign is already on its way, and when it comes, it won't just confirm your faith. It will awaken the part of you that finally realizes you were never waiting for the blessing. The blessing was waiting for you. Every sign that appears in your life is not random. It's language, the private language between your soul and the divine. Most people rush through their days so quickly that they miss it. But once you start noticing, it's everywhere. Numbers, words, songs, faces, timing, each one becomes a messenger. You'll glance at the clock and it's 11:11 again. You'll hear someone mention a word that you were just thinking about. You'll see patterns repeating. The same symbol, the same phrase, the same feeling returning again and again. At first, you might brush it off. But the more aware you become, the clearer it gets. That's because signs follow alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and energy start moving in the same direction as your desire, the universe begins to echo it back to you through symbols. It's confirmation, not coincidence. Imagine tuning a radio. At first there's static, random noise, fragments of sound. But as you adjust the dial, suddenly the frequency locks in. You hear the music clearly. That's what alignment feels like. When you stop forcing outcomes and start trusting, your energy locks onto the signal of what you've been asking for. The divine doesn't shout through chaos. It whispers through clarity. So when you begin to see the same message repeated, it's not trying to surprise you. It's trying to get your attention long enough for you to recognize, I'm on the right path. Here's the secret. The moment you recognize the sign and feel gratitude, you strengthen the connection. Gratitude is like pressing the yes button on the universe. It says, I see you, I believe, keep going. That's why your awareness is the most powerful magnet you have. The more conscious you are, the faster things align. And alignment is the true miracle. Not luck, not chance, but resonance. You attract not what you want, but what you are. When your internal frequency matches the feeling of already having what you desire, it must appear. That's the law. The sign is simply the universe's way of saying, you've matched it. Stay there. Think of how many times you've been guided before. Moments that looked like detours, but became blessings. People who appeared out of nowhere with the exact words you needed to hear. All of it was evidence, proof that unseen hands were weaving your story. Every sign you receive is both a message and a mirror. It shows you that you're finally becoming the version of yourself who can hold what you asked for. That's why the signs start increasing right before the breakthrough, because you're vibrating closer and closer to the frequency of the manifestation itself. So when you notice the signs intensifying, don't question it. Don't say, is this real? Instead, breathe it in. Say softly, I recognize it, I receive it, I'm aligned. Feel the energy of that. The calm knowing that you no longer have to chase. That's the moment manifestation stops being theory and becomes reality. You are no longer asking for what you want. You are walking toward it magnetically. Every thought, every breath, every heartbeat is pulling it closer. And just as alignment deepens, life begins to move faster. The air changes. You start noticing small positive shifts. Unexpected kindness, new opportunities, the feeling that everything is clicking. That's not random luck. That's the law of alignment in motion. And soon, as your frequency stabilizes in gratitude and trust, the sign you've been waiting for will appear, not as a maybe, but as a certainty. It will say, without words, "This is it. The door is open. Step through." There is a sacred rhythm to manifestation. A pulse in the unseen. And when that rhythm reaches its peak, you feel it as a shift. Something subtle but powerful begins to stir within and around you. You can't explain it logically, but you know something is about to unfold. That shift begins the moment you receive your sign, and it lasts for the next 22 hours. Why 22? Because energy moves in patterns of alignment, and 22 is the number of completion. It's the bridge between imagination and physical form. It's when thought turns into movement, and faith becomes visible evidence. When that window opens, everything you think, feel, and believe expands with amplified power. The universe listens closely. It responds immediately. Your emotions become instructions. Your words become blueprints. Your focus becomes a magnet. So during that sacred 22-hour phase, protect your vibration like you would protect your most precious treasure. Choose your thoughts carefully. Speak as if what you desire already belongs to you. Move as though it's already done, because during this time, the energy around you is highly responsive. It mirrors everything you send out. You may notice small confirmations at first, a message, a call, a strange coincidence. They are not small. They are calibration points, signals that the universe is synchronizing your outer reality with your inner certainty. The 22-hour shift isn't just about waiting, it's about embodying. It's about being the version of yourself who already holds the miracle. You're not trying to manifest, you're remembering that it's already in motion, and yes, doubt may try to creep in. The mind will whisper, "What if nothing happens?" When that voice appears, don't fight it. Just breathe and remember, it's only a test of consistency. Doubt is an echo from an old reality that no longer has power here. Speak softly to yourself in that moment. I am safe. I am guided. I am aligned. Each word becomes a vibration of certainty. Each repetition rewrites the narrative. You are not in waiting. You are in creation. The universe doesn't delay. It arranges. And during this 22-hour shift, every atom, every coincidence, every human interaction is being positioned in your favor. You might feel bursts of emotion, excitement, gratitude, even tears. That's your energy clearing the path. That's alignment becoming embodiment. As this window unfolds, keep your awareness open. Be alert to the signs that confirm your direction. The random smile from a stranger, the unexpected opportunity, the words that seem to answer a question you didn't speak aloud. They're all parts of the same divine conversation. When you enter this state of calm expectation, you don't just attract the miracle, you become it. Because creation isn't about calling something in, it's about realizing it was always within you, waiting for your permission to emerge. So as the next 22 hours pass, carry this truth. Your thoughts are prayers. Your emotions are signals. Your awareness is the key. The jackpot, the breakthrough, the turning point you've been waiting for isn't a matter of chance. It's a matter of vibration. And right now, that vibration is peaking. Let it expand through you. Let it move in silence and certainty. Because when this 22-hour shift completes, the next stage begins. And what you've imagined will start to appear in ways that defy logic but feel completely natural. It's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. And when it arrives, it will feel like remembering something you've known all along. The universe has been whispering this truth to you for a long time. You're not waiting for the miracle. You are the miracle in motion. Every journey reaches a moment where the unseen becomes visible, the turning point when faith crosses into fact. That's the breakthrough. It never arrives with fanfare, but with recognition. It feels like déjà vu, as if your soul whispers, "This is what I've been feeling all along." When the breakthrough begins, it doesn't always look miraculous at first. It might come as a message, a new opportunity, a phone call, a sudden sense of peace. The outer event is small, but the inner knowing is immense. You realize this is not random. This is the proof that energy obeys faith. In that moment, your vibration shifts permanently. You stop doubting because the evidence is right there. The prayer that once felt distant now feels obvious, inevitable. This is the moment the universe shows you that your belief was never in vain. But let's go deeper. Breakthroughs aren't accidents, they are mirrors. They reflect your persistence, your surrender, your ability to hold belief when logic had no answers. That's why the divine rewards faith that doesn't crumble in the silence. Sometimes the proof doesn't arrive as money or opportunity first. It arrives as peace, a deep, almost sacred calm. You stop feeling desperate, you stop searching, you stop needing the external world to prove your worth. That calm is the highest confirmation there is, the moment you align completely with the energy of having. And right after that peace, physical manifestations accelerate. The person calls, the payment clears, the door opens. And you realize that what once felt impossible has become normal. That's when you remember, manifestation isn't about getting something new. It's about remembering who you've always been. You've always had the power. You just forgot. And every sign, every delay, every whisper was guiding you back to that truth. Now the universe mirrors that new self-image back to you. It sends evidence that matches your inner transformation. You see it in conversations, opportunities, timing, synchronicities, all saying the same thing. You did it. You aligned. You're ready. So what should you do in this moment of proof? Don't rush. Don't question. Don't analyze. Breathe it in. Smile. Whisper a simple thank you. Gratitude seals the manifestation. It tells the divine that the lesson has been integrated, that you are no longer chasing blessings but living them. And that gratitude becomes a signal for even greater abundance. The moment you see proof, a new cycle begins. Because gratitude multiplies everything it touches. That's why miracles tend to come in clusters. One breakthrough unlocks the next. One confirmation leads to another. And soon, your life becomes a flow of constant affirmation that you are supported, guided, and favored. You may wonder, why me? Why now? Because you're finally resonating with the truth that the universe has been whispering since the beginning. You are worthy of everything you asked for, not because you worked harder, but because you finally believed. And belief is the bridge between desire and reality. It's the single most powerful frequency in existence. When you hold it long enough, even the impossible must bow to it. So here you are, standing at the doorway of proof. The sign has arrived, the shift has happened, and you can feel that life will never be the same again. But don't stop here, because beyond proof lies something even more profound, the state of overflow, where blessings don't just arrive occasionally, they never stop. That's where we go next. There comes a moment when blessings no longer feel like single events. They start to merge into a flow, continuous, effortless, unstoppable. That's the state of overflow. It's not about sudden luck. It's about consistent alignment. It's the moment you stop being the seeker and become the source. Overflow happens when your energy no longer oscillates between belief and doubt. You've seen proof. You've experienced the shift. You've recognized the signs. Now you live in the frequency of already having. That's when the current begins to move through you. You notice small blessings daily, unexpected money, unexpected kindness, timing that feels impossible to explain. You find yourself thinking of someone right before they call. You imagine a solution, and the opportunity appears within hours. You're not chasing, you're flowing. You see, overflow doesn't require effort. It requires permission. The universe was never withholding abundance. It was waiting for you to stop resisting it. Your old identity, the one rooted in fear, scarcity, and doubt, couldn't hold what's arriving now. But that identity has dissolved. What remains is expansion. In overflow, gratitude becomes your default language. You wake up thankful without needing a reason. You go to sleep in quiet awe. You don't demand signs anymore because you live surrounded by them. You've become fluent in the universe's language. People around you will start to notice. They'll call it coincidence or good luck, but you'll know it's resonance. You've aligned your energy so deeply with abundance that life has no choice but to match it. And here's the most beautiful part. Overflow isn't just about receiving more, it's about becoming more. You expand your capacity to give, to share, to radiate. The abundance that flows to you begins to flow through you. You become a channel for light, peace, and generosity. When you bless others without fear of losing, you confirm your trust in infinite supply. Because the source of your abundance is not a person, a job, or a situation. It's divine energy, endless and unbreakable. In overflow, even challenges lose their weight. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begin saying, "This is happening for me." You sense divine order even in chaos. You recognize opportunities hidden inside discomfort. You realize that nothing is ever taken. It's only transformed. This is what God means when he says, "My cup runneth over." Overflow is spiritual wealth made visible. It's the awareness that there's more than enough, always. Enough love, enough time, enough miracles, enough you. And as this state becomes natural, your external world rearranges itself effortlessly. Money flows in with ease, relationships harmonize, creative ideas arrive fully formed. Peace becomes your baseline. This is not fantasy, it's divine physics. When your inner world vibrates at the frequency of abundance, your outer world becomes its mirror. The law cannot fail. So now, instead of asking, "When will it happen?" you ask, "How can I expand to hold even more?" That's the secret of continuous manifestation, expansion without limit. Right now, as you listen, your energy field is already adjusting. It's widening to accommodate greater blessings. The proof you received was only the beginning. Now the flow multiplies. And as this overflow stabilizes, something beautiful awakens inside you, a quiet sense of divine partnership. You realize you were never walking alone. The universe has always been moving with you, whispering, guiding, aligning. This realization changes everything. You no longer try to control life, you collaborate with it. You no longer pray from lack, you pray from gratitude. And every time you say thank you, another wave of blessings begins to form. This is the rhythm of divine abundance. Receive, appreciate, expand, repeat. You are no longer in the waiting room of your destiny. You are living it. And the more you honor it, the more it grows. The overflow isn't coming, it's already here. Flowing through your words, through your heartbeat, through your awareness. And from this day forward, you'll carry the certainty that you are, and have always been, the vessel of the miracle you once prayed for. You've crossed a threshold now. You've moved beyond seeking, beyond waiting, beyond needing proof. You're living in the vibration that once felt unreachable. And as you settle into this new reality, you begin to understand you were never meant to chase miracles. You were meant to be one. Living as the miracle means seeing the divine not as something outside of you, but as something constantly expressing through you. It's the quiet confidence that every word you speak carries creative power, that every emotion you feel sends ripples into the field of creation, that every moment, even the simple, ordinary ones, are sacred. When you live this way, you walk differently. Your energy becomes lighter, but your presence becomes stronger. You no longer walk into a room wondering how you'll be received. You walk in knowing you carry peace, clarity, and blessing within you. That knowing changes the atmosphere around you. People begin to feel it. They may not understand it, but they sense it. The calm in your voice, the ease in your movements, the quiet certainty in your eyes. You become a reflection of divine order, and everything chaotic starts to harmonize in your presence. This is the essence of living as the miracle. You stop trying to make things happen and instead allow things to unfold. You trust that your desires are already known, already heard, already answered. You stop fighting for outcomes and start flowing with alignment. And that flow leads you from one divine appointment to another. You'll notice how life begins to organize itself around your peace. Delays no longer frustrate you because you understand divine timing. Closed doors no longer hurt you because you know their redirections. You no longer fear loss because you know that nothing real can ever be taken. You live in the awareness that everything that belongs to you will always find you. In this state, love deepens, peace expands, money flows, opportunities appear with grace and precision. But none of these things define you anymore. They're expressions of your energy, not replacements for it. You've learned that manifestation is not about getting, but about becoming. And now that you've become the vibration of abundance, you don't have to ask, you attract. You don't have to pray in desperation, you pray in gratitude. You don't have to chase validation, you radiate wholeness. Every breath you take says, "It is already done." Every heartbeat echoes, "I am that I am." Living as the miracle means your outer world can no longer control your inner peace. Even when things shift unexpectedly, you remain steady, because your faith is no longer conditional. It's identity. It's who you are. You realize that God was never testing your patience. He was strengthening your awareness of partnership. He was teaching you that creation is not a distant act. It's a continuous relationship. Every thought, every emotion, every act of gratitude is part of that dialogue. Now, when signs appear, you don't wonder what they mean. You simply smile and say, "I see you. Thank you." You recognize that the divine doesn't just send you signs anymore. It speaks through you. You've become both the receiver and the messenger, and that's the highest state of manifestation, when your life itself becomes a message of divine truth. When people see you and feel hope, when your calm becomes their reminder that miracles are real, when your overflow spills into the lives of others effortlessly. That is the ultimate jackpot. Not money, not fame, not recognition, but alignment so deep that peace becomes your permanent state. You are the miracle, the evidence, the living sign. And from this moment on, every sunrise, every heartbeat, every breath will carry the same silent declaration. I am the proof that faith works. I am the sign that abundance is real. I am the living miracle that once only existed in my imagination. Let that truth settle in your spirit. Because once you see yourself this way, the universe never stops reflecting it back to you. And so it is. There comes a moment when the journey no longer feels like a process. It becomes a rhythm, a sacred pulse that moves through every part of your existence. You wake each morning and feel the presence of something vast, intelligent and tender, guiding every step. You sense it in the way the light enters the room, in the timing of conversations, in the stillness between your thoughts. This is the eternal confirmation. It's not a single sign. It's a constant awareness that you are one with the divine flow. In this state, life stops being a series of waiting rooms. You don't wait for miracles, you recognize them in real time. You begin to see that the air itself carries messages, that every coincidence is a conversation, that every closed door is divine choreography. The eternal confirmation is not loud, it's quiet certainty. It's that voice inside you that says you are exactly where you need to be. Even when things seem uncertain, you no longer panic because you understand something profound. Everything, even the unexpected, serves your expansion. You no longer chase signs, you live in communion with them. You see a pattern repeating, and instead of asking why, you smile and whisper, "Thank you." You feel gratitude before outcomes appear. You bless the process because you trust the source. This is the divine secret most never learn. Manifestation is not a method, it's a remembering. You remember that you and the divine were never separate. You remember that you've been co-creating with the universe all along. Every time you chose faith over fear, every time you forgave, every time you loved despite pain, you were confirming your partnership with God. And now your confirmation is continuous. You've entered a loop of grace. Blessings move toward you not because you demand them, but because your vibration invites them. You radiate trust. You embody peace. You expect good things not because of arrogance, but because goodness is your natural state. Look back for a moment. Think of the version of you who first pressed play on this message, the one who hoped, who wondered, who searched for signs. That version has transformed. You now are the sign that once you were seeking. You are living proof that faith creates form, that belief bends reality, that surrender amplifies power. And yet, this isn't an ending. It's the continuation of an eternal rhythm, expansion without limit. Every new desire is simply the universe calling you to remember how infinite you are. Every new challenge is a new canvas for divine evidence. So walk forward lightly. Carry your certainty like sunlight, not heavy but radiant. Let others feel peace when they're near you. Let your presence speak what words cannot. That miracles are natural, that alignment is real, and that love, in its purest form, is the creative force behind it all. This is the eternal confirmation, not a message you hear once, but a vibration you live from now on. It whispers through every heartbeat. You are guided. You are chosen. You are loved. You don't need to ask for signs anymore because now you are the sign. So breathe, smile, and say it softly to yourself as truth rather than wish. I am living proof that the universe responds to faith. I am the evidence that divine timing is real. And from this moment forward, my life is a continuous stream of grace. Let that truth anchor in your spirit. Because from now on, you don't just expect miracles, you embody them. And every 22 hours, every moment, every breath will remind you, the jackpot was never a reward, it was a revelation. The realization that you have always been what you were waiting for. And so it continues, peacefully, endlessly, perfectly aligned. And now, as this message fades into silence, let the truth echo softly inside you. You were never waiting for the sign. The sign was waiting for you. Your jackpot isn't a number, a check, or a sudden stroke of luck. It's this moment, the awakening of your awareness, the shift from searching to knowing, from hoping to having, from separation to divine union. Everything that's coming to you is already moving toward you right now. It's aligning in ways your eyes can't yet see, but your spirit already recognizes. So breathe it in, feel it as real, claim it as done. Because from this moment forward, life is going to mirror your certainty. Doors will open, opportunities will find you. People will appear in perfect timing, and every 22 hours, new confirmations will remind you that you are living inside answered prayers. If this message resonated with you, pause, take a deep breath, and say out loud, I receive it. And if you truly felt the shift, let your energy speak. Like this video, subscribe for more messages that keep your spirit aligned, and comment below, I am ready for my overflow. If you want to go even deeper into this vibration, become a channel member. Help us keep spreading this light across the world. And if this message blessed you, tap the thanks button to support the energy that brought it to you. Remember, the universe is always listening. Your words are commands. Your faith is proof, and your miracle as it's already here. Now go live like it's done, because it is.